You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome to episode number 1 of the episode number 50, episode number 98, episode number 145 of the Battered Herons podcast.
You know who else is back? Aliens.
Right now with the whole Messi conspiracy, all is set up for him. It's tiring to hear the same garbage and people whining.
Suarez is here. That means I'm here. You're gonna have to deal with
Let
it.
it soak
and if
in,
you don't
baby.
like it, I'm gonna start biting people, bro.
I think he deserves, to be battered.
I've said
think we
worse
might have
things
just-
on the pitch. I've said worse things on the pitch. I mean,
145, this guy. And that's it.
Not gonna lie to you, Solana, you're probably better off just not saying anything. He said we suck without Messi.
Yeah, we suck without Messi. Like, what?
and happy 200.
We done this 200 times, Chris.
I mean, after that introduction, I'm doing terrible. I didn't know that, but
What a disaster. This show is just a disaster. I'm not even gonna sign out.
And while you're at it, get that thumb, put it to work, like and subscribe.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 220 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
Look, Taylor didn't score, but I'm happy. We got the win. Last game before this big break. I think it feels good.
It does definitely feel good.
And let's not forget, so we can pepper in some Solana in this. Listen, he's asking us not to forget. We've gone 18. We've grabbed 18 out of 21 possible points without Messi. If anybody wants to talk about a bright spot, because everybody's talking about bright this game, but 18 out of 21 isn't so bad, is it?
No, it's funny because MLS Moves. I don't know if he wrote that tweet today or if people have been retweeting it from when he did it originally back in June. But it said Inter Miami's about to have a tough month and a half. And so far they've looked pretty good.
I hope it's not a recent tweet, because if it is, then it's a clown show, to be quite honest.
Let's be fair. We all thought, like, hey, let's win half of those games because we thought it was going to be tough sledding also. So we can't act like this is like, why would anybody doubt this team? Without Messi, we could still win everything. Like, let's be real. Everybody felt more or less the same.
Okay, I guess I'll give that to you. But I mean, at the same time, we've done pretty well. If we're hoping for half, I mean, that doesn't sound like we're going to have a hard time if we're getting half. Half of the possible points doesn't sound like it's a hard time.
Yeah, but then at that point, we're no longer in the Supporters Shield lead, which was really the goal, right? Like okay, let me take that back. It wasn't necessarily the goal, but that's where we were before Messi left. So you kind of like, man, I hope we could somehow stay in the race, right? I hope we could win enough games where we stay in the race. And
but I think
it looks really good.
I mean, but I think the important thing is that we wanted to look positive during this stretch of games where Messi's not going to be there, right? Whether it's getting half or a little bit more than half, we thought the fair barometer was getting half or more. If we got less, then I'll say, okay, MLS Moves, you good job. You predicted somewhat decently with your tweet of we're gonna have a hard time, but
right. Well, like I said, that's why if he tweeted that a month and a half ago or whatever it was, then I don't think that anybody should be giving him slack, because I think just about everybody was like, damn, this might be a rough time without Messi. But if he tweeted it today, then I'm like, oh, I don't know if you've been watching, because over the last month, Messi, this is the 8th game Messi misses. Yeah, and we've won 7 of them. So not too shabby.
So, I mean, look, this game was awesome. We got 2 goals out of our side, 1 goal out of Chicago's side. We ended up walking away with a win where it looked like it was sad stories coming up after the 73rd minute. 2 minutes later, Jordi Alba puts in a beauty and then gets us the lead. We walk away with the win. we got this month stretch to look forward to without, I mean, I guess losing. So that's great.
Yeah, and I apologize if I'm seem a little distracted. I've been
It's
here
okay.
trying to set up this. For those that don't realize, those graphics that we put up, I usually make them, but because I go to the games, it's kind of hard to make those graphics while you're at the game. So I was trying to speed through it real quick and make it real quick. So that is why I may seem a little distracted right now. But
don't worry, we'll find somebody to pay with croquetas to mess with the graphics in a month or so. One world, one goal is well, hopefully with the croqueta plate, we can be able to do that. One world, one goal is mentioning the Gressel. See your cool shirt, Danny. Love that. Danny with a great shirt. So. And Jason L saying that his sister was asking what Danny's shirt meant. And it meant that that Danny's eating crow right now. That's what it means.
Yep. But I'm okay admitting it. A lot of people don't like to admit when they're wrong. I'm okay admitting it. Because I was so distracted though. Before, look, I wanted to start off this way, but because I was so distracted, because I wasn't able to put up the graphic. Shout out to all my fellow Colombians. Happy Independence Day. I'm gonna take a shot in honor of our Independence Day. I wore this shirt because I had said I was gonna wear it. If it wasn't for having said that I was gonna wear the shirt, I was gonna wear my Colombia jersey to the game. But because I had said I was gonna wear the Sorry Gressel shirt, I wore it instead. But shout out to all my Colombians. Happy Independence Day. You
should have told me. I would have at least taken a shot with you.
And yeah, we should have gotten like more Colombian music, even though right before halftime ended, they started playing some Colombian music, which was cool. But damn, we got nothing else, And Danny is promoting drinking on this channel. Yes.
I'll go grab a bottle. Hold on.
Yes. And no, I don't promote drinking, but whenever we set up this channel, for those of you who have never set up a YouTube channel before, it does ask you very specifically, is this channel and are these videos geared toward children? And I make sure that I put absolutely not, because we try not to curse. Well, I try not to curse. Can't say for Chris. And then we don't promote drinking, but every once in a while we take a sip. So here is to Colombians. Shout out to you on your Independence Day, our Independence Day, and for the win. Big win. Supporter Shield leaders by 5 points. Not only did we win again, but Cincinnati and Columbus both lost, giving us a nicer cushion on the Supporter Shield lead. So it's time to celebrate, man. So cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Oof. I forgot to
that was way more than a shot. Yeah, that was a good one.
So,
and Betico, I love that you're noticing. I should have an essay. The letter will come, hopefully.
Oh, yes. And the Diego Gomez stuff, we're going to talk about that on Monday, because that was some good news that we got today also. We knew he was going to get sold. Getting sold for $15, possibly $18 million. And on top of that, it happening in January. He's going to stay with us until the winter. That's good stuff. So that was awesome.
And I want to mention something here. I ended up. Go ahead, Danny.
No, I want to make sure I didn't let this comment go loose. Shout out to Jose. It was nice meeting you and your wife. It was nice meeting you. And I want to say your wife, but I don't want to put you in hot water. I think it was your wife, if not your girlfriend, whatever it was. Shout out to you guys. Very nice people that I met when I was buying some guac with my wife. So shout out. It was very nice. I met a few people today, actually. A few people said that they watched the show. So shout out to everybody that I met. And Cynical Tube, I know, was at the game. I didn't get to meet Cynical Tube, but shout out to Cynical.
Yeah, with Christian, able to meet him. That was awesome. And I love the spelling of the name. Phenomenal.
All right, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, let me just put up all the hard work that you just did. Plop it up in the middle of the screen.
It has no names, no logo.
It's okay.
I literally I did that like in the last. You saw me. You literally watched me do it all.
Yes. So literally faces here, And that's all we need, baby. For those of you on audio, we'll walk you through a calendar in between the sticks. Alba left back, Weigand right back. You had Busquets filling in at the center back role next to Toto. And then you had Yannick Bright playing sort of the CDM role. Matias Rojas playing like a left mid. And then you got Redondo playing a right mid. You had Taylor playing left wing, right wing over by Gressel. And then Suarez up top. I mean, looking at this lineup right here, to me, this is a thing of beauty. This is a thing of beauty. I love this lineup. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the comment. Supercalifragilistic said, imagine if the guy was watching the pod with his wife right now and his wife says, "Hey, I didn't go to the match."
Okay, wait. No, wait. Let's just okay. It's his wife.
Okay.
All good, Jose. Good job, buddy. Good job. We're good. We're good.
Well, Jose and his wife was very, very nice. I feel much better now.
And shout out to Robert A. Says he wore the stepbrother shirt to the game. People loved it.
I would have loved to
everyone
see it.
were to get it.
Shout out to Robert. Man. Appreciate that.
Anytime you guys are in the stadium, just come around section 124. Maybe we're around there, and you could come and kick it with us for a couple minutes before we sit down. So, and Adrian, come on, man? Why are you trying to embarrass me with my Ciroc love? I mean, that's good vodka, man. It's smooth. You kidding me?
All right, back to the game.
Yeah, I love this lineup.
Okay, so you weren't surprised with anything in the lineup?
No, I mean, obviously, the one thing that would surprise me is Busquets playing center back.
Okay,
but I mean, at this point,
bother me.
I mean, I know it doesn't bother you, but what I'm saying is it surprises me because we have other center backs.
Who?
I mean, we have Noah Allen, technically. We have Sailor.
I'm okay with Noah Allen playing. I like Noah Allen at center back. I think that he's improved a lot. I wouldn't want to see Noah Allen at center back consistently for 90 minutes, game in and game out.
Yeah.
I like when he comes in as a late sub center back. Awesome. Put him at left back. Jordi Alba's there, so you can't put him at left back, and I'm okay with that. I like what I saw today. I thought Noah Allen played great when he was out there, when he came in as a center back late in the game. I'm okay with that. I don't want to see him 90 minutes at center back every game. I don't. As much as I like how much he's improved at center back and how good he looks, I don't want to see him there consistently for 90 minutes.
Yeah, and I want to bring up this comment. I don't know if you want to go over this a little bit later. Tarun is asking, can we sack the announcer? He's so bad. I mean, I don't know how comfortable you feel with going down that route, but I'm just saving it in the.
No, I told you I don't like bashing people, their job. I think he does I'm not saying he does a bad job. I really like Mike Marinelli.
I love his passion.
He's definitely energetic.
I love his passion. That's one thing I do got to give him. I love his passion.
Yeah. My wife loves him. My wife thinks that he's great. I guess maybe I'm a little biased. I like Mike Marinelli. I used to really like Mike Marinelli, but I don't think he's doing a bad job. I just like Mike Marinelli more, but I don't think he's doing a bad job.
But other than that, I mean, I love the lineup. I know, look, Florida Man is mentioning Ian fucking Frey. Okay. I mean, he is just fucking balls deep.
That's what surprised me and that I wasn't happy about in the starting 11, though. Look, I thought Weigand had a good game. I'm not going to say he didn't. He had a great game. But we've always said Weigand gives us what Yedlin didn't give us defensively. Yes. I think Weigand is a good defender.
Yes, he is. Oh, my God. He had a million slide tackles.
No. And so everybody that was like, oh, man, this guy sucks. He doesn't suck. He's great defensively. He just doesn't give us a lot on the attack.
Yeah.
Ian Frey, though, is good defensively, and he can progress the ball up. He is good with the ball at his feet. He is good in the attack. So I feel like you get the best of both worlds with Ian Frey. You get, I mean, I'm not going to say he's Jordi Alba, but you get a lot of defense and offense on the right side when Ian Frey is playing. So I don't want to shit on Weigand because he had a great game. But
you get Alba
I would like to see Ian Frey. But I would like to see Ian Frey play more because as a right back, he gives you what Weigand gives you defensively, but he gives you even more offensively in the attack. So I would really like to see Ian Frey more consistently, but he got on the pitch. And give it to Tata. He's finding ways to give him some minutes here and there. So, I mean, I can't hate on it completely.
I want to talk about this. Mr. Krabs says, yeah, Campana hasn't been showing up, but why does Suarez play the whole game? Don't worry, Krabs. We're going to get to this because Danny and I had a couple comments. Well, I mean, we talked about it at the end of the night. I mean, Campana's done. He's done. Yeah. He's done.
What do you mean by done, though?
Like, I thought you meant done in the sense of you're cooked, my guy. Like, Suarez in this game, he wasn't the worst, but he wasn't the best, teetering more under the 5 for me. But like, Campana should have seen the last 10 minutes on the field. Suarez looked exhausted.
Definitely not one of Suarez's best games. He did have some chances that he didn't convert on, so definitely not one of his best games. And I'm waiting because I mean, and then just real quick, Chris and I go to the games, we rush out of there, we drive over an hour home, we get on here as soon as we can. So there's no Twitter time. I have no idea what's being said, right, on Twitter or anything like that. I'm assuming, though, that the Suarez haters or doubters are going to start peeking their head just a little bit, right? Like, it's going to be like,
yeah,
can I start talking shit yet? Can I start talking shit yet? Because they're waiting for it. Because for some reason, they want Messi and Suarez to fail. Like, you know that these people exist. They're for some reason, and they're Inter Miami fans, but they're like, I kind of want Messi and Suarez to fail. Like, that's what they for some reason they want. I don't know why. Yeah. And I have a feeling if Suarez has a game like he had today, next week, they're going to be like, Suarez is done. And it couldn't be further from the case. Like, some people should be rocking a I'm sorry Suarez shirt, like Taylor Twellman included. Like, there's some people should be rocking I'm sorry Suarez, because Suarez is far from done. Swarm hasn't played much in the last month. Like, when he first started the season, he started slow. You heard everybody. He's done. He's cooked. Guys, he was the MVP in Brazil just like 3 months before. Like, you guys got to say that it was just odd. Like, why would you say such a thing? And then he proved everybody wrong. Now, he's had a month off. He didn't play much with Uruguay. Let him get rolling again. He's got. I bet you he gets a brace next week.
Yeah, I believe that. But now look at this. Mr. Krabs says any other day Suarez gets a hat trick. I mean, you guys were watching the game just like we were. They were coming towards us, towards our stands in the first half. Suarez had, to me, what seemed to be maybe 3 good opportunities at putting the ball.
Well, not just that. I felt like he was trying to get saucy with some of his footwork, and the defenders were like, no, that's not happening today.
You're a little too slow, my guy.
Right. Like, so it just wasn't working for him. Like, it felt like he had some opportunities, and just 1 or 2 more touches, and he has a clear shot on goal, and he just couldn't get that going.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Like, he hasn't played much over the last month. Give him some time. Like, you saw it already once this season. Don't doubt it. Suarez is great. Greatness doesn't just disappear. Like, it'll come back. I have no worries about Suarez. And I'm probably getting ahead of myself because I know you want to talk about it later, and we haven't even started going over the game. But don't down Suarez just quite yet. All right. It's way too early for that.
It is a little too early. We'll rush right through it, Danny. Look, first goal is as fast as how we're gonna rush it. 6 minutes in, Matias Rojas.
More than a shot. I'm starting to feel it a little bit.
Well, I mean, you did for sure. I know I did. This cup is colossal for a shot.
Yeah.
Matias Rojas puts it in the back of the net on the 6th minute, and this was off of a Robert Taylor assist, which I didn't need for my bet, but we'll talk about being a degenerate later. So that was a beautiful goal. And one more one goals commenting. Solana tweeted that Suarez was dropping dimes of passes but didn't get completed 2 goals. This was true. I mean, it is true. He was trying to be sort of a facilitator, right? Mm-hmm. But I mean, listen, I mean, he had opportunities to just drill it. He did.
Yeah,
he did. But Matias Rojas did. He put it in the back of the net off of a Robert Taylor, and Robert Taylor made that play happen out of nowhere because the ball was sort of game. Yeah, the ball was tracking out of bounds, and he said, "I'm going with this full flight." Hit the baseline, right? Or the goal line, but the line by the goal. Ended up running that up and said, I'm about to drop a dime real quick. Boom, drop the dime. Matias Rojas puts it in the back of the net. And we're already with the lead 6 minutes into the game. And how good does it feel to see Matias Rojas put a goal in?
I thought
Right?
Matias Rojas had a much better game than he had on Wednesday. Like
Yes,
on Wednesday, he almost, but that goes back to the way we were playing on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we were playing the counter, long balls, and he just didn't get involved in that tactic.
Yeah.
Today, we were holding more possession. I thought that he looked
Yes.
really good. He was getting involved defensively. I really like what I saw from Matias Rojas today. And I also like to see him in the midfield more than I do like to see him up top as a winger, right? Because he was playing the winger position, right? Robert Taylor didn't start on Wednesday. So he was playing that wing position on Wednesday. Today, he was playing the midfield. I think he is much better when he is working that box to box, has space to progress with the ball instead of being up top already. I really like what I saw from Matias Rojas today. I thought he had a great game also.
Can I reel you into the quicksand here with a Marengo comment saying, okay, stop crying, guy on the right? I don't even know what he meant by you crying.
What am I crying about? Well, if you could be more specific about what I'm buying about, that's fine.
Yeah, I think you were crying. Whatever. I don't know what you were crying about. But regardless, we put the goal with Matias Rojas. Now, for that first half was intense. Like, we were putting a lot of pressure. We had a high line. We were playing like really well. The distribution was phenomenal.
Just real quick, shout out to Thwangit. Happy, thank you.
Thwanked.
For all those Colombians out there. And then he said, I'm crying about Suarez. I guess because I'm defending him.
Danny, we can't have two people distracted with the chat.
Well, you're right. I apologize.
We can't do that.
I don't have my full bearings right now. I shouldn't have taken that shot. All right, go ahead.
Well, I mean, you did it. It's already too late, and we're
100%
and rolling, baby.
100%.
And
go for it.
And you want to know what the worst part is? I saw a comment made earlier about Adrian. Adrian was saying for you to let me free to speak openly because I was about to rail on the announcer, and I'm telling you right now, Danny is my yin, because if not, I would probably destroy this platform.
Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna be very blunt with you guys. Chris, we have conversations obviously throughout the day sometimes, and sometimes the ideas that Chris puts out there, I'm like, we cannot talk about that. We cannot talk about these people like that. We cannot do those things, Chris. Yes, but yes, I'm sure if it wasn't for me, this show would probably be a lot more entertaining. Because Chris is very entertaining, and no, absolutely not.
Yeah, Stancy's asking for a lot from us.
No.
And yes, Florida man, 99 rating here for Chris Jr. Absolutely. So, what did you think of the first half? Half of the game.
I thought that we missed way too many chances.
Give me just a second. I'm going to grab my water. I'll listen to you, though.
All right, go ahead. I thought we dominated the first half. And at halftime, I went up to Chris, because Chris and I, obviously, we sit next to each other in the games. And I told him, this feels like one of those games, and we've had them this season, where you feel like you're dominating, but somehow you'll end up with a draw and be like, we should have won that game. And it being one of those disappointing drive homes, because you know you dominated that game, you were the better team, but somehow you only left with 1 point. And that's what this game felt like to me.
Yeah.
At halftime, and even 10 or 15 minutes into that, I told Chris that. And when they scored that goal, I looked at Chris immediately and I said, I told you this is going to be one of those games where we drive home disappointed because we should have won that game and we end up with just 1 point. Now, obviously, I was wrong. Thank God I was wrong. But that's what I immediately told them when they scored that goal, because we should have had 2 or 3 before that already. And when I saw them score that goal, I was like, this is what I thought might happen, because you can't blow that many chances, because we were the better team. What the heck? What is going on right now?
I'm bringing this up because Mr. Krabs asking, it's the second time he asked, what's the egg on Chris's shelf? I bought this for my daughter. and it comes with like a bunch of like stuff, like little dolls and whatever. Sorry, I
Did
just
you get
totally
drunk?
see.
you
Huh?
get
No,
drunk?
man, I'm not drunk. What the hell?
No, I took way too much and I haven't eaten. That wasn't a good idea by me.
Yeah, I haven't eaten either, but no, I'm good. But I thought the first half was phenomenal, Danny. I loved it. I love the pace. I love the intensity. The ball distribution was phenomenal. And so we started off the second half, and it seemed like it was still on track. We were distributing the ball, but I mean, Chicago, I guess they put the pressure on, obviously, because they're trying to catch up. They're trying to put the pressure on us so that way they can be able to go ahead and make up for it, since they're already down. Now, at that point is when I'm like, okay, all right, these guys are playing a little bit too much. They're starting to put the pressure on us. All of a sudden, they get to the point where they score on us. What's this guy named? Rafael Chischos? I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Chischos? Jesus Christ. I mean, Cheese Jose? I don't know. Some guy on Chicago scored on us. And it was on the right-hand side of Calendar, slipped
Near
right
post.
under his arm. Yeah, man, near post. And I noticed on that play that the defenders didn't really press up on him, which kind of sucked. And you could tell Drake was really upset.
Well,
And
we said he's not going to get a clean sheet, and it sucks. But it's almost like a guarantee. As well as we play, it just feels like it's almost inevitable. Like eventually, the other team is going to get something. And then Stanty's saying that I'm a lightweight. To be clear, I've had plenty of shots on this show, especially over the last month. But today, for some reason, this hit me a little harder. I could feel it. I don't know what it was, but today I'm definitely feeling this. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, some days are worse than others. Some days are better than others. And now you're sipping on what looks like Simply Apple.
It's Colombiana.
Oh, Colombiana. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucked. But then a couple minutes later, Danny, we end up getting a really nice goal from Jordi Alba, which was a disaster for the goalie on the other side, Brady.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, we were giving it to Brady the first half.
Yeah.
And there was a really drunk guy behind us that came with this Swedish flag. He literally came just to watch Shaqiri. He ended up leaving like halfway through the first half.
Yes.
And he was a funny guy because he heard us kind of yelling at Brady. And then, like, he was just frustrated because Shaqiri wasn't playing, Messi wasn't playing. He just randomly started hitting us with, fuck Brady. Fuck you, Brady.
It sounded like
really
a
bad
South Park character. Fuck you, Brady. Drunk. Athar is asking, how far do you guys live? We live about an hour and 5-10 minutes. Well, I do, away from the stadium. Danny lives about 50 minutes.
No, I live a little further west than you do, so it's about the same because I got to travel a little further west. So I usually take about an hour and change, and I got to pick up my kids also because we usually leave them at a babysitter when they don't come with us. So it's believe me, if we could be on here right after the game, we would. And then I usually set it up for 11 o'clock, and then we end up pushing it back to like 11:15.
Yeah, man. And Mitch, if you're close by, dude, come say hi to us, man. Come say what's up. We got a lot of 124 brethren with us as well that hang out with us in the show. I haven't seen Rob Wise in a while. Got Luna in here. But Rob Wise, I haven't seen him for a while. Shout out to Rob Wise. I guess after the Panthers won, like he's just been like a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, Florida man, yes.
Yeah, Danny Kendall, I'm in Homestead, so now and webmaster, I'm very jealous. He says, damn, I live 10 minutes from it.
We'll be jealous for another 2 years, but they'll be down. Oh, one thing, and this isn't breaking news because I haven't heard anything, but I feel like I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna be 100% right. So let's jot it down. July 20th, 2024. You know, everybody's talking about the All-Star game coming up in 2 days.
Yes.
The All-Star game will be played in Miami in 2026. I haven't heard it anywhere. I haven't heard any rumors or anything, but I am willing to bet absolutely anything that the All-Star game will be here in 2026. So if you enjoy
think so?
All-Star games and things like, of course, brand new stadium, Messi's last season, like 100% is going to be, it's going to be right after the World Cup is over, like 157%.
Yeah.
It's going to be played in Miami. Like the All-Star game will be in Miami in 2026.
And One World, One Goal is mentioning shout out to the Scorpion Kick.
Higuita, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I should have wore that hat today.
You should have worn the Higuita hat. So, and then one more thing.
I was looking for the Higuita hat, and this is the only hat that I found.
And while you look for that, Athar, I'll answer your question. We live about 15, 20 minutes from each other. If I drive, if he drives 30. As Danny puts a poop hat.
You see this?
I mean, no. Now you are completely fried, my guy. You are completely fried. I mean, you
My
are
son
bringing
loves
up
this hat.
You're bringing in freaking Harry Potter hats. I mean,
My son
now
loves
that thing is just never gonna stop. I mean, you might as well just be the third co-host here. No, there's no stopping it.
I got it.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs, you're on point.
I am not drunk.
So yeah, Florida man. Yeah, Danny's cooked. We end up getting the points 2-1. We win the game. It was kind of nerve-wracking towards the end because at the end, Chicago started putting on some heat or some fire, right? Pun intended, right? That's what I was trying to say in the last episode. For those of you that are wondering what I was saying at the end of last episode, it's because I wondered why Danny didn't use fire instead of heat or whatever reference he used for hotness. So, Mr. Krabs, episode 98 is not the worst episode. It's the best episode. Okay. We ended up we ended up winning 2-1. Phenomenal game. Ian Frey got onto the pitch. That was fantastic. Noah Allen got onto the pitch. Guys, if you guys haven't gotten your homegrown shirt yet, you got to go to batterfans.com and you got to grab that. Right? Because we're going to see these kids playing for the team for quite some time. And you got to show some respect to these guys because they're developing into really, really good players right in front of our eyes.
What did you think of the substitutions?
I felt like it was a very defensive-minded substitutions.
We were playing a back line of what it felt like 6. It felt like we had a back line of 6.
Well, I mentioned to you that Bright ended up dropping back as sort of the middle center back, right? And then you had Busquets and Toto sort of go side, and then Noah Allen was somewhere there too. And then Alba pushed up to the left wing, and then Wagon ended up pushing up, Ian Frey behind him. So you had like defensive-minded people, at least 8 or 9 of them on the field.
Solana is in the chat saying that it was a 5-4-1. From what I was sitting, because we sit right behind the goal, so you kind of get to see the way the defense is set up. And I swear it was a line of 6. I promise you, I saw a line of 6. It was Alba, Allen, Busquets, Aviles, Frey, and Wagon. For a second there, I told Chris, I think they're playing 4 in the back, and that Alba and Wagon just moved up to the midfield. No. They had a line of 6. I'm almost sure of it. It was a line of 6, and I had never seen a line of 6 like that before. So, I thought that Alba and Wagon had moved into the midfield, but I'm pretty sure that if you go back and watch that, obviously I'd have to look at it on tape or on the replay. It looked like it was a back line of 6.
Yeah, I mean, Hash is agreeing. Yeah, it was 6. Jason Luna is also mentioning saw 6 too. I mean, like I said, Tata wanted to sort of hunker down, protect the lead, make sure we walk away with the win, and it worked. Mm-hmm. It worked. Yeah, it worked for sure.
Yeah. Oh, and let me address something real quick. Mike Longan, real quick. Shout out to him, Inter Miami show. He said that I had to apologize because I said that I contacted him and he never replied. He did reply. He replied with like a picture of somebody laughing. It's not much of a reply, but he replied. And he continued with the whole Tata sucks. He's a mediocre coach.
Oh man.
And I don't know.
Cemented down.
Yeah. He's digging his heels for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know you love that type of stuff. There's absolutely no way that he's gonna give that credit, because I think he said even if he wins like Supporter Shield and MLS Cup, he'll say, okay, he won, but he's still a mediocre coach. I don't know how people can think this way. Like, at some point, when do you give somebody credit? We are 25 games into the season. There are 9 games remaining. We have a 5-point lead in the standings for Supporter Shield. And you're going to say, but he's a mediocre coach? At some point, Mike, you said that sucks.
And you got a couple mics in that.
No, yes, maybe. Oh, Mike V too.
There's Mike V
also.
You mics.
So, he used to be like, hey, but look at the percentages. And he would tweet the percentage of games that Tata can't seem to win without Messi. Messi hasn't played in 8 games now. We've won 7 of them. Tata gave you a 6-man back line today. Like, what else do you want Tata to do? Like, he's basically saying, like, here's the plate, Mike. Eat off of it. And you're still going to say he's a mediocre coach? Come on, Mike. Come on. Now, Mike said that we should do a debate. Sure. I don't know what you're gonna. I don't understand what you could possibly say to defend yourself. But I told him that if we bow out early in Leagues Cup, there's not gonna be a lot to talk about in August. So 100%, let's do it. And Danny is not slurring his words. Absolutely not. I'm not drunk. I'm already. Those effects that I was feeling a second ago have already gone.
They gassed out.
Yeah. Listen, I'm good.
I'm going to tell you, Mike Long, and I think you're picking the wrong time to have this debate.
100%.
You should have had it You should have had it like a couple months ago.
You should have had it before Messi left. Before Messi left.
Yes, that would have been a good time. But now
you have no leg to stand on.
Without Messi, 18 out of 21, Danny.
No, but shout out to Inter Miami show. Breton is the voice of reason on the show, so shout out to them. But yes. Mike Longan, you are a crazy person. I just wanted to make sure I put that out there because I forgot to address it last time.
So to wrap it up, let's go over best and worst. But are we going to kind of let the chat know what we're planning here?
Yes. Real quick. 2 quick things. Somebody's telling me to chill. That I don't know. I didn't think I was going too bad. So real quick, here's one thing. I'm putting up a link real quick because I don't want to forget. On Tuesday, we are starting to say we're going to start the show, the MLS Battered Fans show. It's going to start on Tuesday night. So here's the link. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And that's going to start on Tuesday night. We're going to be talking Leagues Cup All-Star Game with Liga MX podcasters and MLS podcasters. So that should be fun. Yeah. And also, we said that we were going to allow some call-ins. First time ever, live call-ins. Now, we got to set some parameters. You will not be on screen because that's been one of our biggest fears. Yes. So you will not be on screen. But what I will do is that I'm going to go ahead and drop a link in the chat. Drop the link in the chat. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with talk radio, Chris and I grew up on talk radio. We love talk radio. We feel like calling in is one of the best parts of talk radio. So we wanted to incorporate it because we feel like we love the way you guys interact in the chat. And we also would love to hear you guys actually speak. But talk radio, the way this works is you call in, you either give, whether it be
your opinion or question,
but it's not like you're on here for the next 20 minutes, okay? Like boom, opinion,
in and out like a fast food restaurant.
Awesome. And then yes, okay. So just in case you aren't familiar with call-ins and talk radio and stuff, that's the way it works. So we just wanted to try it out. And if it doesn't work out, because it might be a disaster, that's fine. But I'm going to drop in the link now. If you feel so inclined to jump in and give an opinion on anything, say anything, ask any questions, feel free, hit the link, you drop on, and we'll see how this goes. So it's there. Feel free, and we'll see how this goes. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry. I cut you off, whatever you were saying before.
So I guess to wrap it up while we get people to sort of join in, let's go through best and worst, right? So out of this starting lineup, who did you think was the best player out of this starting lineup?
Because you know what? I thought Robert Taylor. I thought Robert Taylor was putting in work today.
Yeah.
I thought Robert Taylor was putting in work.
I thought Robert Taylor was playing fairly well too, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it to Yannick Bright. Yannick Bright to me was the most intense defender. He had a lot of steals. And then on top of that, he helped progress the ball and was playing sort of very smooth. I don't want to say tiki-taka stuff, but like very smooth with everybody else, especially around like really tough pressure points when players are like very in very close proximity to him. So he to me is probably the best one. And a lot of people, as you can see in the comments, are agreeing. Oh, I didn't even know that he was the man of the match. But I mean, he played fantastic. No, Thwant, I'm not drunk. I know my limit, and I only had literally this one shot. This is nothing. Okay, this is nothing.
I thought Taylor was creating a lot of opportunities. And real quick, I want to shout out to Solana because that tweet that Italia said about Suarez creating key passes. I was looking up the stats. Chances created, Luis Suarez had the most, which was 3. Passes into final third, he had 4 of those also. So Luis Suarez was putting in some work, even though he didn't finish. But he if he would have finished those, you would have said he had a good game. But because he didn't, he was okay. He was okay. Definitely doing his thing, but you got to finish some of those. And the defenders were just taking the ball out of from under his feet, which sucked to see.
Absolutely. And it sucks to see because he's such a seasoned player, but you could just tell that he's just not his old self.
Right? He's going to get it going.
Now, we went through the best. Let's talk about who I guess played the worst out of this starting lineup. I guess I'll start with who played worst on this starting lineup. I'd have to go with, unfortunately, I don't want to feed the flames, but Luis Suarez, to me, he didn't play the worst. He didn't play the worst. I just feel like with the amount of opportunities that he had, he should have taken advantage of them.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. If I'm going to give you a worst, I have a hard time picking, honestly, because I don't think anybody had a really bad game. I mean, I guess if you want to say Luis Suarez because he blew some of those, I thought Gressel had a good chance also. I saw some people in the Discord started like adding me like, hey, you jinxed them. Yeah. But hey, I still think that Gressel is the American James. So I'm going to start calling him James from now on. All right. Real quick, we have our very first guest. So shout out to.
So we got Dami or Dami. And welcome to the program, to the Battered Herons podcast, Dami. What's on your mind?
Dami, we can hear you if you talk. But Dami's not talking.
Wait, hold on. Dami, what's going on? No? Not there?
No, Dami is not speaking. So unfortunately, we have to kick Dami from the show.
All right, Dami, get back on here. Click the link. Put the link back up, Danny, just so that way people can be able to join once again.
All right. So, so I don't know. Why are people telling me to chill? What am I doing?
I don't know, dude, but it's weird because, again, I don't want to say that Luis Suarez played the worst. To me, there was no one that played like awful. No one played poorly. As far as just expectations go, I just felt like Luis Suarez, with the amount of opportunities that he had chances to have some goals. I mean, look, somebody mentioned it earlier. He could have had a freaking hat trick.
All right, if you were to guess, I guess you would say Suarez.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Classic.
That's the go-to. That's the go-to radio.
That first time, long time. If you were to guess on FootMob, who had the lowest rating? Who would you guess it is?
No, Damien. It wasn't. We couldn't hear you, but just try again. See if you can be able to come in. Maybe you have to change in the settings your microphone. We got somebody named Chrissy and Danny on the line. What's going on, Chrissy and Danny?
Can you hear me, first of all?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Oh, damn. Okay. Shit. This is my first time doing this, so okay.
First time, long time, buddy.
That's it.
Okay, well, it was a pretty good. I mean, I guess it was a good game. I mean, well, first off, I feel kind of bad for, Drake. I mean, it's just that he really should have a clean sheet, but unfortunately, his defense isn't doing him any favors.
Absolutely.
Like,
Well,
and I
and
feel
you
like that goal that Chicago had, he really should have had, but that's kind of also on the defense.
For sure. And you mentioned something that Danny and I talked about where we felt like when the hell is he even going to get the clean sheet, right? So I mean, hopefully we can be able to see that at some point in the future. Yeah, you're going to go ahead, Danny?
No, and I was just gonna say real quick, Drake is, I don't know if he's building a connection with Wade Gone, but Chris and I both pointed out Drake had a big save at some point, and Wade Gone kept cheering him on, asking the fans to cheer for him. So everybody wants Drake to get that clean sheet, Wade Gone included, and it sucks that he hasn't. But it is nice to see. But just real quick, Drake was the lowest rated player on FootMob.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I said my piece. Stay sober, Daniel. Okay, I've said my piece.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so much, Chrissy and Danny. Now we got Dammy back on the line. Dammy, what's going on, brother?
Yeah. Two questions. The first one, do you guys think we're gonna do good on the Leagues Cup?
You know what? I think we're gonna do better than people think. Because I think Inter Miami fans have kind of just said, "Nah, you know what? Let's just bow out. Let's just take a month off." And I think it's not so much that people want the rest. I think it's because people expect us to just not do well. And I think that's what it is. And I think we're gonna do better. I think we're gonna make it to the knockout stages.
Yeah, because now I think America and all those guys are gonna be pretty tough to beat. But we got a solid team, and that's following up to my second question. If everybody's healthy, what's the starting 11?
Ooh, that's a good quote. But without Messi, obviously, right?
You talking about Leagues Cup or just in general? Oh, everybody
healthy.
Oh, everyone healthy. Okay. Well, I mean, that's weird because to me, you'd have to put obviously Messi right wing. Gressel stays right mid.
Nope. Gressel's gone.
I don't think he's gonna play.
What do you mean Gressel's gone?
He's not starting in right mid over Redondo. Look, this is how I see it, and then you guys tell me if you agree. I'll start from back front, right? Drake, obviously, right? You got Alba, Busquets. Oh, sorry, not Busquets. You got Alba, whoever our new center back is, right? Because I'm just going to put that out there. Aviles and Wade Gone. Even though I want it to be Frey, I think it's going to be Wade Gone.
Yeah.
The midfield is going to be Busquets, Gomez, because we're going to have him until the winter, and Redondo. And up top, Suarez, Messi to his right, and to his left, I think Robert Taylor's done enough to earn that spot. Even though Matias Rojas might get a say, I think Robert Taylor would be that guy.
Chris, Bright is doing so good, man. It's
what
crazy.
do you think is going to be the starting lineup, Tommy?
Dammy, you can't tell me that you think that Bright is going to start over Busquets or Gomez or Redondo.
I think Busquets is more of a creator, so I would like if Bright would come in and help him run in the back since Kremashki's not there, and I'm not sure if Redondo is going to be in the Olympics at that time.
No, he won't.
He won't?
No.
So what do you think is going to be the starting lineup? Everyone healthy, Dami?
Yeah, I think it's Drake, Jordi, whoever comes in the center back position as well. The River Plate guy, Toto, Frey, and I like Frey.
So do I. I think Frey should be starting.
I love Frey.
Yeah, I like Frey. He's got that ugh in him. Like he stands up. He stands up to guys as well.
Look, everybody's saying Taylor left wing, Gomez left mid. Bright is good defensively, but I don't think Bright's gonna be playing once everybody's healthy. Gressel either. But if you think about it, just bear with me a second. Imagine a fully healthy team, and on your bench in the midfield you have a Kremaki, a Gressel, and a Bright. That's literally the midfield on your bench.
Yeah,
that's a squad.
Yeah, that's a squad for sure. But I don't know who's going to be in the middle, but I know up top it has to be Taylor, Suarez, and Messi for sure.
I agree.
For sure. I think the top and the back defense and Dami. Listen, thank you so much for joining us, brother. Those are two really solid questions. Much appreciated, my friend.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, man. Love it. This is awesome. I think everybody is pretty comfortable in saying the top 3 is pretty solidified. The defensive line is solidified, other than maybe Frey versus Weigant. It's the midfield that everybody's sort of concerned with.
No, I don't know. Robert Taylor's still a question mark at left wing. All right. We have a familiar voice here joining us now.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, look who it is.
What's going on, Solana?
Not much. Big fan of the show. Just wanted to shout out you guys. And no, but honestly, I wanted to make 2 points. 2 points that I thought were super key, especially for those. Actually, three quick points. One, did you guys notice that at the 85th minute, everybody started leaving? Like, I don't understand. Like, where are you going? You're going to go sit in traffic? Because you can't get out of the stadium. That's question number 1. Question number 2, did you guys see the security? More security on that field before and after the game than there was at all the Copa America games combined. And number 3. And then I'll let you guys, I'll get off. I'll let you guys
hang up and listen.
Just like we do it on the radio, right? And number 3, it was so refreshing to go to a game, sit in the supporter section, and not get one drop of beer on you after your game. Let me tell you, I love Chase Stadium, and I love the Inter Miami fans. It was a blast to sit with La Familia today. So I'll let you guys wrap it up and hear what you got to say.
Real quick. No, wait. Oh, he already got off. I find it hard to believe that he was there and they scored twice and he didn't get a drop of beer on him, because I've been there. And I'm telling you, I've never left there. I mean, it's only been a handful of times, but I've never left there dry when they score a goal. There's a current guest that wants to jump on.
Hold on, no, wait. So Mitch is saying this is actually not a disaster. I can see it becoming a regular part of the show, which is the idea, Mitch. But as you message this, we have waiting on the line Anita Dick. So how's it going, Anita Dick?
No, I haven't put them on yet, Chris.
No?
I'm a little scared. Oh, they just got off.
What?
Oh, what happened? I was about to put them on.
Come back on, Anita Dick.
Jesus. I was a little worried about that one. Oh, all right.
Okay, well, we got somebody else that's coming to chime in, and Reynold, what's going on, Reynold?
Hi, good evening, guys. Calling all the way from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, what's going on,
Trinidad?
Yes. Okay, so I just wanted to chime in based on the midfield, and I think they may put Rojas left wing, Taylor would be on the bench, and it would be Bushi, Gomez, and Gressel in the middle. That's just my 2 cents. You have a good night. I'm on listening.
No. Hold on, Reynolds. Hold on.
Yes?
You would put Gressel over Redondo?
That's a great question.
I do like his approach though, because he has Gomez.
Yeah. No, I like it also.
But
and Gressel, look, I just can't imagine them benching either Gomez or Redondo. I think those 2 spots are solidified next to Busquets. And we appreciate you joining in, Reynoldo. But
yes, thanks for it.
No problem, brother. Thank you for joining us, man.
I don't know. I cannot imagine Redondo not being in that starting lineup, man. Redondo, Gomez, and Busquets, to me, that is 100% gonna be like the starting 3 in the midfield. Oh, we got Ash. Ash sounds familiar. I think Ash has talked a lot of crap about me, but I'm not 100% sure if this is the same Ash. So what's going on, Ash?
I can promise you I'm not the same Ash.
Okay. What's going on, Ash?
But not a whole lot. Like, I'm normally an audio listener in my car, but I would happen to be able to catch it live today.
Oh, nice. What's going on? I appreciate that.
Yeah, but mainly I came on because I just wanted to sing the praises of Matias Rojas. He finally got a goal that he needed for the past few weeks.
He looked good.
Yeah, no, he looked great tonight. But also, I do agree that Luis Suarez didn't look like he didn't look horrible.
He didn't look
horrible, but he'll probably kick back on within the next couple of weeks because it's like you guys have been saying, he does have a lot of impact when he's has time to like get the engine running.
100%.
Yeah, most definitely, Ash. I mean, you're on point with that. And I think everybody knows that once he starts to get the engine running and he gets warmed up, it's just like how the beginning of the season happened, right? He had a sort of a slow start. All of a sudden, he picked up pace, and I mean, he started putting balls in the back of the net exactly like what we expected. So,
and then I do have a question with this being a significantly different Miami team than how we were faring during the CONCACAF Champions Cup. Which of these Mexican teams do you think will pose like the most significant challenge coming up?
Awesome, Ash. That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, looking at everything, and Ash, thank you so much for calling in and hanging out with us, brother. Much appreciated.
Of course.
Real quick, well, Tigres is in our group. We are playing them in a neutral site technically because we're playing them in Texas, and because we're playing them in Texas, I want to say it's almost like a home game for them, no? And they are one of the top, I think, 2 or 3 teams in Mexico this season. Like, they are a solid team. So if we're talking about directly affecting Inter Miami, Tigres is going to be the biggest challenge, 100%, because we will play them on August 3rd, I believe. I want to say it's in Dallas. That game is going to be rowdy. MLS must be so upset at the fact that they cannot I'm sorry, they won't have Messi playing in that game. Just I saw another Ash pop up. I'm not sure if this is the same Ash, or maybe I called out the other Ash and now they showed up. I'm not sure.
So let's figure out which Ash this is. Ash, what's going on?
Yeah, no, my thing kicked me out for a second and I fell back in, but either way, I appreciate you letting me come on and talk with you guys for a second. Big fan of the show, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ash. We appreciate
Thank you for the love, Ash.
So, Chris, we've gotten through a lot of the calls. It wasn't a full disaster, so maybe we can do this on a regular basis. Let's see.
Yeah,
it's nice hearing from you guys. How good is Puebla? I've heard that they're better than people say, but when I looked at the standings, they are currently in 12th place in La Liga MX. So I really couldn't tell you. I know Tigres is a beast, and Tigres also, I want to say, have the biggest following in the United States of any of the Liga MX teams, I believe, if not them, America. So,
but you guys are failing to understand, guys, that when it comes to these tournaments, like a different switch is placed on. Like, this isn't regular season stuff. This is like a separate tournament for a separate trophy, and also to be able to play in additional tournaments. Like, this is very different. This isn't just like a seasonal game.
Vice City Lucas said, can we talk about Tata mentioning post-game that the contract renewal talks have started with Taylor's agent? Ooh, is that good or bad, Chris?
You think we should do like a radio tease? Listen in on Monday.
No, I think that's I don't know if that's good news, because I feel like every time that somebody's been extended, like Bryce Duke, extended.
Oh yeah.
The door.
Wasn't Kamal Miller extended?
Kamal Miller extended. Here's the door. Like, this is what Chris Henderson does. I don't know if this is a good thing.
This is part of the recipe, Lucas.
But it sounds like if that's happening, he'll be here at least until the end of the season.
Yeah.
So definitely. And Sergio's correcting me. I appreciate you correcting me, because I wasn't 100% sure. Chivas and America have the biggest followings. Okay. I knew America was one of them, but I thought it might be Tigres. I guess it's Chivas, America. I know Tigres has to fall on one of the top teams also, though.
And Florida Man mentions it perfectly. Extension equals trade.
I don't know. I like what I saw from Robert Taylor today.
Yeah, I loved it too. Other than not scoring a goal and hitting on one of my bets, you know.
All right. Chris, any final words here? Because we are 25 games in. Then we have 9 games left in the season, and on Monday we're going to break down the games that we have left, why we should be shooting for the Supporter Shield at this point, and all that other stuff. So we'll talk about that on Monday. But any final words on tonight?
No, man, tonight was phenomenal. The game was great. And then on top of that, not only was the game great, but then look, the show's been great so far today. You guys have been able to not only just chime in the chat, hang out with us all night, but also call in, clicking on the link and hanging out with us. So much appreciated to you guys. We're already nearing the end of the show, but for sure we're going to make this a part regularly of the show. So thank you guys for the support and hanging out with us.
And Gressel was the worst. I didn't think Gressel was.
I
thought he had some nice created some nice chances. Just nobody got on the other end of those. But I didn't think he was bad. Gressel is my boy. He is the American James. Let's call him James Gressel. So, and shout out to Joe Kerr. Like and subscribe. They deserve it. Appreciate you, sir.
And shout out to Alejandro with a super slam. You didn't see us at the game. Come to 124, Poppy.
We were there. Oh, and can I just address one quick thing that we didn't talk about for some reason? I'm surprised we didn't start with it. What did you think about the kits?
Oh, I thought they were phenomenal. They were beautiful.
They look good.
Those kits are awesome.
Now, my only thing was, remember when I was talking about how they should have done Miami Fusion? If they're going to go archive and retro or whatever that is, they should go Miami Fusion, right?
Yes.
Or Miami or Fort Lauderdale Strikers, whatever. And then today, they started posting pictures and they got around it somehow, right? They said if Inter Miami was around in the 80s,
of course,
they look like. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's what you're gonna do. That's cute. So I guess that's a cute way to get around it, right? This is what it would have looked like if we were around in the 80s. All right. I mean, the pictures are cute, I guess.
Can I mention something about that picture? If Campana still had his locks,
he would have been there.
He would have been 100%. Here.
No Photoshop needed.
Because he changed his hair color and took them all off, man.
Yeah.
What a shame, man.
All right. And then I'm going to drop in the link just one more time. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please. And then I'm dropping that link for the Battered MLS Fans channel if you haven't already subscribed. If you are listening on YouTube, if you're listening on audio, Jesus. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you. You guys are the best part of the show. And for those of you that were awesome enough to call in, we really appreciate you. You guys were literally the first call-ins ever on this show. And if this becomes a regular thing, you guys were literally the first ones ever. So appreciate you guys taking the time to join us on and call in. That was really fun. And we hope to do it more often. Yeah, so we'll be back on Monday to talk Supporter Shield, Diego Gomez, and anything else going on. And then Monday night for Spanish, Tuesday MLS, all that good stuff. All right, so I'll stop talking now. All right, have a good night, everybody, and we will see you on Monday.